Hi, it's Bill with T-Rex Econ. Let's continue with the summer 2017 IGCSE multiple choice question paper 11. This is question 21. A country has a low GDP and a large population but ranks relatively highly on the HDI. Which combination may exist? HDI measures gross national income, which includes income from overseas. So it includes people working overseas. Like in the Philippines, many people move overseas and work and send money home. And education, HDI includes gross national income, education level, and life expectancy, or how long do people generally live. So which combination may exist in this country? Well, they have low income per head, so because they have a low GDP, so they have a low income per head. So the answer must be C or D. But and there it is. Education and healthcare must be high. Education, because HDI measures education attainment or education level, and life expectancy. So good healthcare means you can live longer. Answer must be D. Next is 22. Let's see. The information below refers to an economy for a financial year. Let's see. Let's look at the question. Need to clean my screen. What was the budget balance for the government that year? Revenue was less than expenditure by 6,626 by 926. So the answer is A. That's a pretty easy one, isn't it? It's just numbers. It is a deficit. Yeah, they spent more than they received. Number 23. In a developing country, real incomes have risen. Okay. Which situation would definitely have caused this? Real incomes have risen. Real incomes, so income after inflation. Let's see. Price level fell and money incomes fell. So A, we don't know if incomes rose or fell. Price level fell and money incomes rose. B looks very good. That would mean your real income has risen. Money income is real income, or income after taxes. So if the price level fell and your real income increased, then real income has risen. If the price level rose and money income is unchanged, then real income has fallen. And here, D is also real incomes fell. So the answer for 23 must be B. 24. Which characteristic do developed and developing economies have in common? Have in common means share, or in other words, the same. They both have the same characteristics. So let's see. A, participation in international trade. Probably. A looks good. B doesn't look good. High birth rates and high death rates. That's usually developing countries, but not necessarily. So B, toss it. C, rapid economic growth. That's usually for developing economies. And D, stable financial conditions and institutions. That's for developed economies. So I think the answer must be A for 24. 25. Let's see. Diagram. Oh boy. Let's see. We must look at the graph. Populations increased for everyone. Okay. So assuming no migration, which situation must exist if the population is to change in this manner? Maybe I'd say the birth rate should increase and the death rate should fall. So birth rate fall, death rate fall. A, then we don't know, then there's no growth or we're not sure. B, birth rate is greater than the death rate. So B looks good. C, death rate greater than the birth rate, then your population will fall. And D, death rate rising and birth rate falling, that's the same thing as C. So the answer for 25 is B. And let's see, should we do 26? Yes, let's do 26. 26, which country is likely to have the highest standard of living? Here's 4 countries. Oh, highest standard of living. So life expectancy, so it's probably going to be C or D, right? Because people live longer. C or D, maybe C because people make more money. So probably have a higher standard of living. And percent of labor force, and a higher percentage of the labor force in service industries or the tertiary sector shows that these people this country probably has a higher standard of living. If more people are working in the primary sector, like farming, that's a harder life. That's a lower standard of living. So 26, answer is C. And I'll stop now and I'll finish the rest in another video.